Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Independence Update. We are here today at Clarkson's very own The Gateway. I am joined by Todd Benoit. Thanks for having us, Todd.
Thanks for being here.
Tell me a little bit about The Gateway. What is some of the history behind it?
Well, The Gateway was originally founded as the Bird Feeder back in 1992.
All right, so it's been here for a bit.
It's been here for a long time. Mr. Stroud originally had a place up on Dixie and moved over here, bought this building, and some people told him he'd never be able to fill it. And they had the bird feeder, selling bird feed, bird seed, houses, flags, all different kinds of merchandise. Then they added the floral. Then about 12 or 13 years ago, I can't remember the exact date, but they added Bonnie and Clyde's boutique. And then we added the laser division.
So it's just kept expanding over time, very organically, I assume?
Yeah, Steve Stroud Jerry's son had a lot to do with the expansion, different ideas, doing a lot of different things with it, and everything's step by step through each year. About 2 years ago, they had 3 different names for 3 different businesses, so they rebranded as The Gateway.
Awesome. Now I've seen a lot of like Michigan-centric stuff around. Yes. Do you have like different artists around Michigan that help you with the product here, or is this all by you guys?
We have some local, different people that bring in stuff. We purchase from other places around the state of Michigan, and we also create.
Cool. And now you are part of the laser division, right?
Yes.
So walk me through that. What's it like doing the laser stuff?
Well, it started off about 2 years ago where we bought this Trotec 400 laser, and we were able to engrave in wood, slate, granite, leather, anodized aluminum.
Basically anything.
Basically, except for like stainless steel.
Okay.
But we started with that, and we started doing different projects. Like I said, Brooklyn's an artist, so she would create different things, and I would try to create different things. And we expanded upon that by adding a heat press where we can now do T-shirts.
Right on.
So we cut vinyl on the laser. We can also do sublimation, which is a full color process, which we cut different images on the laser. We can make a snowflake, or we can make Santa Claus. And then we can also supplement into glass and slate and different processes like that.
Cool. Now, what is one of the more popular things that you guys kind of get commissioned to do? Is it just people's names, things like that?
Oh, that's well. This year's 2017, we've had probably the 2 most popular thing were the polar camels, or more regularly known as the Yetis.
Okay.
We sell a version called the polar camel here, and swell bottles, which are basically keep your drink hot for 12 hours and cold for 24.
Okay.
That was probably pretty close to our number 1 item, or the cutting board that you were looking at earlier with the engraving.
With the recipe on it?
With the recipe, right? Yeah. We had a lot of people that we did those for. I probably did 30 of those the last 2 weeks before Christmas.
Awesome. So, now, what is there something that comes to mind when I ask, like, what's the most unique thing somebody's asked you to put on wood or a T-shirt or anything like that?
Unique.
Anything weird?
Yeah. One thing I can't repeat.
All right, yeah, we'll skip on that
one. Let's see, as far as uniqueness.
You put people's pictures on there, anything like that?
Yeah, we do pictures all the time. We do a lot of different pictures. So whether it be a 6x8 picture, we've done as 2 cars that were as size of this motorcycle.
Right.
About 24 by 39 inches.
Okay.
In width.
Cool.
We do a lot of whiskey stabs and wine stabs, where we engrave personal sayings and/or, just a generalized saying. We do a lot of lake art, which is unique to this area because most people know about it from up north.
Yeah.
But I'll design lake art.
Cool.
Take the bathymetry depths from the DNR and turn it into artwork.
Kind of like this right here, right?
Yeah, this is a single layer piece. That
you
does come
do
in
extra layers for each depth.
That comes in a version down to 13 layers,
Okay.
which would have the deepest part in Lake Superior,
which is like 1333.
1333. You were looking at the numbers. So
cool.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest with you, I read that at Essence when I bought lunch today.
Did you?
Okay. But that's cool. So we were here recently filming your Meet Santa and his live reindeer event. That was an awesome event.
Yeah, it was.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had food here and drinks here, free to everybody, the whole thing.
Yeah, it was all sponsored. It was all sponsored. Bowman Chevrolet, and I apologize to anybody if I forget anyone's name, but I'm going to try to remember all of our sponsors. Hutchinson Electric was a huge portion of it. McLaren was another portion. Bridge Lake Auto, Morgan's Auto also helped us out. Let's see, Weingart's. CNA Automotive, which is up in
So a lot of
Lake
people.
Orion. Yeah, everything is donated, everything is
That's awesome.
sponsored, and then we had volunteers from. Oh shoot, what's the volunteers?
Maybe chamber.
No, it wasn't the
high
chamber.
school?
It was no Clarkson Cultural Arts.
Oh, yeah.
Clarkson Cultural Arts sponsored help us out. So those sponsors were here. They're a huge help.
Right on.
Without them, it'd be really hard to put on the event itself because, we're a small business and we got a small staff.
Like why is it so important for and I've asked you this before in other interviews, but why is it so important? You had a full community impact going on there. All these people helping each other out.
Clarkson's such a tight knit community. It's really. I'm not from here, but I've been nothing but welcomed at every aspect of it, whether it's a chamber event or whether it's our Santa event, going out and talking to all of our sponsors. They're all wonderful. It really is. It's a warm feeling, and that's why when that event goes on, I'm, 100% knee deep in it here at 6 a.m. in the morning, getting the parking lot ready and getting everything lined up for it. So it's important, and obviously the kids,
Kids, of course.
kids for Christmas.
Right. Yep. Hey, I'm not from here either, but they embrace me as well, and I love
Yeah.
this place. But
It's great.
thanks for being with us today, Todd.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We have a quick video for you, a little montage from the Meet Santa and His Live Reindeer, and we're going to go ahead and play that for you now. So we just spoke with Todd and we took a look at their Santa event. And in a minute, we're going to meet up with Brooklyn about their laser operations. But first, government meetings. Clarkson City Council held a meeting on January 8th. The council discussed a wide range of topics from adjustments to next year's meeting schedule to sidewalk repair and parking on Washington Street. Also on January 8th, the Independence District Library and Clarkson Community Schools held their meetings. The library saw a presentation on a marketing conference, and the board also elected 2018 officers. Lastly, the board approved out-of-state travel for the library director. Their next meeting will be on February 8th. On January 8th, as we stated, the Board of Education also met. The school board approved some policy updates. The board also approved several bids for work on several schools and heard the November financial update. Their next meeting will be on Monday, January 22nd. On January 9th, the Township Board held their regular meeting. The board had a study session to discuss the poverty exemption and considered updating their policy to better match federal guidelines. In presentations, the board saw two. The first was a recognition of the MParks annual recipients, and they also had a presentation on the Township Hall entrance and possibly adding a canopy to the entrance. In regular business, there was a first reading of a zoning amendment, approval of a vehicle lease for smart transportation, and some amendments to policies were also approved. The next Township Board meeting will be on January 23rd. On January 11th, the Planning Commission held a meeting. They heard 5 public hearings. The Commission also heard a request for a change in wall signage square footage allowed on a building. The Commission, through some discussion, approved the request. The Commission also appointed new officers to the board. Their next Planning Commission meeting will be on February 8th. Now remember, tapings of government meetings can be found at independencetelevision.com, so if you missed them or want to rewatch them, you can go there to see them. We would also like to remind anyone who wishes to see the Township Board of Trustees but is unable to attend, you can watch them live on youtube.com. Just search for Independence Township Government. So now we're going to go in the back room and Brooklyn is going to show us their laser operations. Here we are with Brooklyn, one of the laser operators here at the Gateway. So we're going to switch this over. From what I understand, Todd took a picture of us with Stefan, and we're going to go ahead and put that on some wood, right?
Yep.
So walk us through the process of doing that.
So earlier you got some shots of us etching on these whiskey barrel salves, and now we're going to do a photo engraving. In order to do that, we have to get more detail. So we're going to be working with a piece of this birch wood and etching the photo into it. In order to do that, we have to have a different lens on. So essentially, everything is super simple. It just twists right off and slides right out.
So why do you have to have a different lens?
So the lens allows us to get that more detailed photo that you're looking for. There's a lot of pixels in photography, and you want to be able to etch all that right in. Whereas with this, it's just kind of like a bulkier space that you're working with.
So if you want more detail, you got to be closer?
To have a closer lens, yep. So we were working with a 4-inch, so that was like raised up about 4 inches off of the whiskey barrels. With a 1.5-inch, we're going to be a lot closer to the wood itself.
Okay, cool. Now, do you guys do a lot of pictures on wood?
Yes.
Is that something that's really popular?
Primarily, we like to work with the wood because it turns out the best. We also can do stuff on leather though. We have some
right on.
up there that you can check out.
I imagine around Christmas time you guys are probably pretty busy.
Oh yeah, slamming.
That's awesome. So how long have you worked here?
I've been here for about 5 years now.
Awesome.
It's crazy when you say it.
So you guys have only had this for 2 years. So what did you do for those
Correct.
first 3 years? You were
First
doing...
3 years, I was doing all the marketing.
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
the website, social media.
Right on. You know, we could use a social media person.
Well, we can do a lot of different things.
We'll have to check the budget. Maybe we can get another person. So you've changed the lens. What's the next
got the lens
part?
changed, so now we're gonna focus it. Which actually, now I'm wondering if it's going to be able to come low enough because these are in here.
So what does focusing it do exactly?
So focusing it is gonna allow us to get the laser to the height it needs to be at in order to make contact with the substrate where it needs to get that detail and do the etching to the best of its ability.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's on
So that's like really close to it.
yeah,
No joke.
a lot different.
Awesome.
We'll just bring it up. All right, so we put it in the upper left corner, and we'll drop our image on here, and then we'll etch it right on there.
Awesome. Sweet.
All right.
All right. So at this point, we've loaded our wood. We've got it at the right focal length and all that stuff. So
Yes.
what is this part?
So now we have our photo in our design software. Since it was taken on the iPhone, it's great resolution. We can zoom in on our beautiful faces here to just confirm that.
Right
and
on. I'm doing the same pose right now. I didn't even realize it.
so once we get it in here, we're going to export it into our photo software.
After Brooklyn walked me through their software, I got to do the most important part.
And then
Well, that's easy.
we just hit play.
Hit play.
Yep.
I think I can do this. And
Boom. Nailed it.
nice job. We'd like to give a huge shout out to Todd and Brooklyn for showing us around today. Seeing their operations was truly awesome, and we hope you get a chance to check it out. As always, if you're looking for more events happening around town, make sure you check out www.clarksoncalendar.org. And to catch any shows, you can tune into Channel 10 or check us out on YouTube under Independence Television. You can also follow us on Facebook under Independence Television to stay up to date with all the things we have happening. Here at ITV, we are always looking for new show producers, so if you have a show idea or have an event you would like us to cover, please email us at update@independencetelevision.com, or you can call us at 248-623-3661. We hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to keep hanging out here and take a gander at this beautiful photo that we put on the wood. So we'll catch you next time. Hey, welcome to another episode of, what is this show called again? Independence Update. Cool. All right, got it this time. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Independence Update. We are here in Clarkson's very own The Gateway. I am joined by Ted Benoit, right?
Or
right?
Todd.
Ted, dang it, Todd. What is
We'll let him
happening
start
to me?
over
What
again.
is happening to me? Okay.